my child. A lady is monitoring you since last few days, and you are unaware of her. Yes, my child, I am the Father, the Lord your God, and I am alerting you of the upcoming danger in the form of a lady who has been monitoring you, and you need to do something urgently as I tell you. My child, listen closely to my voice, for I speak now not through thunder nor flame, but through the quiet that lives between your breaths. I have watched you move through your days, uncertain, searching, burdened by what your eyes can see and troubled by what they cannot. Yet I tell you truly, nothing that touches your life escapes my knowing. Nothing that stirs against you remains hidden from my sight. You walk beneath my gaze, and my gaze is love, fierce, unyielding, eternal. You have felt confusion rising within you, the whisper of unease that tells you something stirs beyond your understanding. My child, that whisper is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. For I am calling you to see deeper, not the shadows around you, but the light that burns within you. You are watched, yes, but by heaven itself. The eyes of angels behold your steps, and I have set them to guard you. No darkness shall claim you while my hand is upon your life. You are entering a season of unveiling, when what is hidden will come to light, not to harm you, but to prepare you. You have prayed for clarity, and I am answering. You have asked me to show you truth, and I am opening your eyes to see beyond the veil. But truth is not always gentle, and revelation does not always arrive with comfort. Still, my child, do not shrink from it. For only by walking through what is revealed will you find the strength I have already placed within you. Do not mistake the movement of shadows for power. Darkness trembles before one heart that burns with faith. You are not to fight with fear, nor to guard yourself with suspicion, for these are not your weapons. Your weapon is love that refuses to yield, faith that stands when all else falls, and obedience to my whisper even when you do not yet understand its reason. You are never alone in this battle, for I go before you and I dwell within you. There are voices in this world that speak confusion, that stir anxiety, that try to convince you that you are small, unseen, or forsaken. My beloved, know this. I have engraved your name upon my heart. I see you when you wake. I surround you when you rest. I guide your steps even when the path feels lost beneath your feet. The journey you walk now is not a punishment. It is a preparation. I am forming in you the strength to carry a greater light, for the world grows dim, and I need those who will shine without fear. Be still, and learn again the language of peace. I speak to you not in the noise of the world, but in the silence of surrender. There are moments when you feel abandoned, when you cannot hear me. Yet it is in those moments that I draw nearest. Like the roots of a tree that grow unseen in the dark, your faith deepens when your eyes cannot see the sun. Trust that I am working in the unseen places, shaping outcomes that your understanding cannot yet hold. You ask me, Lord, why must I walk through uncertainty? Why do I feel this heaviness within? And I answer, because your soul is awakening to a greater calling. I am stretching your faith beyond the borders of what is comfortable. I am teaching you to hear my voice not only in the sanctuary, but in the storm. My child, I am making you my vessel, not fragile clay that fears to be touched, but refined gold that endures the fire and emerges radiant with purpose. My beloved, do not be distracted by the noise that surrounds you. The world is full of voices clamoring for your attention, voices of fear, ambition, comparison, and pride. But I am not found in the clamor. I am found in stillness. Return to me in the quiet place. There I will whisper the secrets of your destiny. I will show you visions of what I am building through your life. You were not made for smallness. You were crafted for glory. Not your own, but mine shining through you. I am calling you now to a deeper trust. It will not always be easy. There will be nights when faith feels like a fragile thread, but even then that thread is enough, for I am holding the other end. You will not fall. You will not be forsaken. My hands, which form the stars, are steady beneath your life. Forgive those who have wronged you, even when they do not understand the pain they caused. In forgiveness lies your freedom. I cannot fill hands that cling to resentment, but I will overflow the hands that release it. Let go, my child, and let me heal what still aches. My mercy is not distant. It is near, closer than the beating of your heart. Walk now not in fear, but in awareness. Keep your spirit alert, not against others, but unto me. For I am doing something new, and I need you awake to perceive it. You will begin to notice small signs, moments of peace in unexpected places, words that speak to your heart from unlikely mouths, coincidences that are not coincidence at all. These are my fingerprints. Follow them, and they will lead you deeper into my will. Do not rush ahead, for haste breeds confusion. Move when I move, rest when I rest. I am your rhythm. I am your pace. The world runs frantic, but those who dwell in me move with divine timing. The doors that are for you will open without strain. The opportunities I ordain will not require you to beg or perform. They will come as naturally as the sunrise, because I am the one who opens them. You will meet resistance, for light always draws attention from darkness. But do not fear opposition. It is proof that you carry something worth opposing. Every challenge is a mirror revealing how deeply my spirit dwells within you. The enemy does not fight what poses no threat. Take it as confirmation that you are advancing into purpose. Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of your life. Guard it not with suspicion, but with wisdom. Fill it daily with my word, and no lie shall find root there. Speak life over yourself, and you will create an atmosphere where miracles can dwell. Remember, my power is not distant. It resides within you. Every time you speak truth and faith, you echo my own voice. There will be days when you feel weary, when the path seems endless and your strength wanes. In those moments, come to me and I will renew you. Lay your burdens down. Let me carry what you were never meant to hold. You are not meant to live crushed beneath the weight of the world. You are meant to soar above it, lifted by grace. I know the thoughts that stir within you, the questions you dare not voice. And I tell you now, none of them disqualify you from my love. You cannot disappoint the one who already knew every flaw and still chose you. You cannot stray so far that my hand cannot reach you. You cannot fall so deep that my mercy cannot find you. My love has no edges. It has no end. Let this truth settle deep within you. You are safe. You are seen. You are mine. Though storms rage and people change, I remain constant. My plans for you are unfolding even in silence. The very things that seem to break you are building you. I am turning ashes into beauty, wounds into wisdom, fear into fire. You will rise from this season stronger, softer, clearer, and the world will know that I am with you. Keep your heart pure. Keep your gaze fixed on me. Keep walking in love, even when love feels like weakness. For love is never weakness. It is the weapon that wins wars unseen. Through love, you reflect my nature, and when you walk in my nature, darkness cannot follow. My child, listen and understand the mystery of prayer. For prayer is not the cry of the desperate alone, nor the duty of the devout. It is the breath of your spirit, the rhythm of your true being. You were formed in communion, born from my thought, sustained by my word. To pray is to return to the harmony in which you were created. When you cease to pray, the soul begins to forget its home. When you pray, you awaken again to who you are, mine. Prayer is not only words, it is presence. It is the opening of your heart to my light. Every time you lift your eyes to me, even in silence, even in exhaustion, you are aligning your being with eternity. You draw from the fountain that never runs dry. You receive from the breath that gave life to all things. Without prayer, the world presses heavy upon your shoulders, and fear finds an open door. But when you pray, fear loses its strength, because my peace surrounds you like a wall that cannot be broken. My child, I have placed within you a secret altar, not made of stone, not built by human hands. but deep within the chambers of your heart. When you enter there, you step into my presence. Prayer is the key to that door. It matters not where you stand, what words you say, or how the world around you trembles. When your heart turns toward me, the gates of heaven open, and I draw near. Many imagine that prayer is to persuade me to change my mind, to earn my favor. But I tell you the truth. Prayer is to change you, to align your heart with my will, to bring your vision into the light of my wisdom. I am not moved by eloquence. I am moved by sincerity. When you speak to me with truth, even broken, even uncertain, I hear the cry beneath your words. And before you finish your sentence, my mercy has already begun to move. When danger approaches, prayer becomes your shield. It sharpens your discernment and awakens your spirit. There are battles you do not see, forces that whisper quietly, shadows that seek to confuse the mind and dim the soul. But when you live in prayer, light fills your thoughts and truth surrounds your heart. You begin to sense the schemes of darkness long before they manifest. Prayer does not remove every storm, but it gives you shelter within it. It teaches you to walk through fire and remain unburned, to pass through floods and not be consumed. You ask me, Lord, if you already know all things, why must I pray? And I answer, because prayer is relationship. Knowledge does not replace love. I know every thought you will ever have, yet I still long to hear your voice. I know your needs before you speak them, yet I delight in your asking. Prayer is not about information, it is about intimacy. When you speak, I do not only listen to your words, I listen to your trust, your surrender, your faith, and in that exchange, something within you grows stronger. There are times when you will pray and feel nothing. You will speak and hear no reply. You will knock and the door will seem still. But my child, never mistake silence for absence. In those moments, I am teaching you to stand, to believe, to persevere. The soil of faith deepens only through seasons of quiet. You must learn to pray not for feeling, but for communion. The greatest prayers are often whispered with tears, when no one sees, when you feel least holy. In those secret moments, I draw nearest. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Prayer keeps you awake when the world tries to lull you into forgetfulness. The enemy's greatest weapon is distraction, not always disaster, but the slow drift of attention away from me. Prayer gathers your scattered thoughts and binds them again to the eternal. It is the lamp that keeps burning through the long night. Without it, your heart becomes heavy with the dust of the world. With it, your spirit stays alive, sensitive, and pure. My child, you must learn to pray in every season, not only when the sky is dark, but when it shines. Many come to me in desperation and depart when comfort returns. Yet prayer is the bridge that keeps you from pride and joy and from despair and pain. In thanksgiving, it keeps you humble. In sorrow, it keeps you hopeful. When you make prayer your constant companion, you will find that no season is wasted, for every moment becomes an opportunity to commune with me. When you wake, pray, for that first breath belongs to the one who gave it. When you walk, pray, for every step is a gift of grace. When you are weary, pray, for in that surrender your strength is renewed. When you are joyous, pray, for gratitude magnifies blessing. And when you are uncertain, pray, for in prayer you will hear my whisper guiding you. This is the way, walk in it. You do not need perfect words. You do not need grand expressions. I do not require performance. I desire honesty. The prayer of a child that says, "Father, help me," moves the heavens more than the polished speech of pride. When your heart bows in truth, all of heaven leans near. My angels move at the sound of sincere faith. You have seen how storms rise suddenly in life, how peace can turn to confusion, how trust can be tested without warning. Prayer is what roots you. It is the unseen foundation that holds you when everything above ground shakes. The one who prays continually will not fall, for their roots run deep into my strength. Prayer does not always change circumstances immediately, but it changes you. And when you are changed, the circumstances lose their power to destroy you. Understand this mystery. Every prayer uttered in faith becomes eternal. Words born of love and trust never vanish. They live in the Spirit, woven into the fabric of divine order. Some prayers you will see answered in your lifetime. Others will bear fruit in ways beyond your sight, but none are wasted. I gather them all, every cry, every sigh, every whispered hope, and they become part of the great river of grace that flows through time. When you pray for others, you stand as a bridge between heaven and earth. You become a vessel through which my mercy flows. Do not underestimate the power of intercession. A single prayer of compassion can shift the course of an unseen battle. You may never know whom your prayer has rescued, whose burden has been lifted by your faith. But in eternity, it will be revealed that every selfless prayer became light in someone's darkness. Prayer also humbles the proud heart. It reminds you that you are not your own savior. When you kneel, you declare that your strength is not enough, and in that humility, my strength enters. The proud seek control, but those who pray find peace. For peace is not found in mastering the world, but in trusting the one who holds it. My child, when you are tempted, pray. When confusion clouds your mind, pray. When you are hurt by others, pray not for vengeance, but for healing. For prayer breaks the chain of bitterness before it binds you. When you are wronged, your natural heart cries for justice, but prayer invites mercy, and mercy restores what anger destroys. In prayer, you learn to see others through my eyes, to forgive as you have been forgiven, to love beyond what is deserved. There will be moments when prayer feels like struggle, when your words are few, when your faith trembles. Do not be discouraged. Even that struggle is sacred. The groaning of your spirit is heard as clearly as a song. You may think you are failing, but I see your endurance as worship. Keep praying. The clouds that seem immovable will part in time. The answer may not come as you imagine, but it will come in the way that perfect wisdom ordains. You ask, Lord, how does prayer protect me? My child, prayer builds a wall around your mind. It keeps your thoughts anchored in truth, guarding you from deception. It creates an atmosphere where darkness cannot breathe. When you pray, you invite my presence, and darkness flees where light abides. Prayer sharpens your discernment so that you recognize what is not of me, not through fear, but through peace that unsettles what is false. A praying heart cannot be easily deceived, for it lives in continual awareness of me. The world will tell you that prayer is powerless, that it changes nothing. But those who say this have never truly prayed. They have not tasted the stillness where I speak, nor felt the weight lifted by surrender. Prayer is not weakness. It is alignment with the source of all power. It is the act that connects finite hearts to infinite strength. The one who prays stands taller than armies, for they stand in my authority. Do not think prayer must always be long or loud. Sometimes the most powerful prayer is a quiet thought turned toward me in the middle of your day. A sigh, a thank you, a moment of awareness. These are prayers too. Every glance of your heart toward me strengthens the bond between us. Let your life become prayer, not merely moments of speaking, but a posture of continual communion. Let every breath remind you that you are loved, guided, guarded. My child, the dangers of this world are many, yet none greater than the danger of forgetting me. The heart that forgets to pray drifts slowly into fear, confusion, and despair. But the one who lives in prayer walks through the same storms with peace. Prayer does not remove the valley, but it brings light into its shadows. It keeps you safe not by building walls around your life, but by building strength within your soul. When you cannot pray for yourself, whisper my name. There is power in that name, not as a charm, but as a truth. It reminds your spirit of who I am and who you are in me. My name is a fortress, my presence is your safety. Call to me, and I will answer you. Not always with the voice you expect, but always with the help you need. There will be those who mock prayer, who call it an escape for the weak. Yet in the end, it is the praying soul that stands unbroken. For prayer is not retreat, it is resistance. It is standing firm in a world that moves like shifting sand. It is declaring that love is stronger than hate, hope stronger than despair, light stronger than night. The one who prays walks in quiet victory, unseen by many but known by heaven. I have given you the example through my Son, who prayed in joy and in agony, who withdrew to lonely places to commune with me. Even he, in whom all fullness dwelled, did not walk without prayer. Learn from him. Let prayer be your first response, not your last resort. Speak to me before you speak to the world. Listen for my voice before you make your move. When you live this way, wisdom will flow, and your steps will align with peace. Do not pray only for rescue. Pray for revelation. For sometimes I do not remove the trial because I am revealing myself within it. Prayer helps you see not only escape, but transformation. It shifts your perspective from why me to what are you teaching me. It turns pain into purpose and waiting into worship. Through prayer, you begin to see that every situation, even hardship, can become holy when offered to me. When you pray, heaven bends close. You may not always feel it, but creation itself listens to a heart in communion. The wind, the stars, the unseen realms, all respond when a soul aligns with my will. Prayer is the language that restores harmony between the seen and unseen, the human and divine. Through it, the kingdom of heaven touches the earth, and my will begins to manifest in your life. Never think you are too broken to pray. The wounded heart often prays the purest prayers. Come as you are. Bring me your anger, your confusion, your doubt. I am not offended by your honesty. I am drawn to it. You do not need to hide the mess of your soul before you speak to me. I already know it, and I love you still. Prayer is not a performance for the perfect. It is the lifeline for the honest. In every danger, prayer is the voice that calls the angels to attention. It is the spark that rekindles hope when fear has nearly won. You will see one day that many disasters passed by you unseen because someone prayed, perhaps you, perhaps another on your behalf. Prayer builds invisible walls of grace that stand long after the words are spoken. It is your unseen armor, your spiritual breath, your direct line to eternal safety. Therefore, my child, do not let a single day pass without lifting your heart to me. Let prayer be your sunrise and your twilight, your anchor and your wings. In the stillness of prayer you will know me. In the constancy of prayer you will reflect me. And in the power of prayer you will overcome all that seeks to harm or hinder you. For in prayer I draw near. In prayer I strengthen. In prayer I save. And I tell you this truth: the soul that prays cannot be destroyed.